Business owners along the boardwalk say that street vendors are becoming a nuisance during the pandemic, and they're calling on the mayor and council to fix the problem. ABC 10 News reporter Jared Ahrens took an in-depth look into the issue and found the city is required to create rules for vendors, but has been dragging its feet to get them passed.
It kind of just blows me away.
David McDaniel has owned Paradise Cove at Crystal Pier for 37 years. He's never seen competition from street vendors like he has in 2020.
And now it's pretty much a free-for-all. Pretty much anybody could sell anything, anywhere.
McDaniel says it's gotten worse since the pandemic started. Other business owners agree. Earlier this month, the Pacific Beach Town Council sent this letter and these pictures to city officials asking for help.
Basically, we're calling on city leaders to end the swap meet on our boardwalks now. You know, we have lots of pedestrian traffic, bicycles, skateboards. There really is no room for this type of vending activity.
Vendors who didn't want to do interviews on camera say it's their way of making ends meet during the pandemic. And street vending is legal. The state legislature passed SB 946 in 2018, decriminalizing street vending and letting individual cities create their own regulations. That hasn't happened yet in San Diego.
It is an issue that's becoming a real problem. We definitely need to get some regulations going with this.
City Council member Jennifer Campbell, who represents Pacific Beach and Mission Beach, has been trying to get regulations passed for 2 years. The mayor's office sent these guidelines to the Economic Development Committee in July of 2019. They would prohibit street vendors on the boardwalks and other high-traffic streets and parks. The guidelines would also require business permits, set hours for vending, distances from public facilities, health and safety regulations, and more. That ordinance passed the committee unanimously, but never went to the full council for approval.
It's really up to the mayor's office to bring us these recommendations to city council.
We asked the mayor why the ordinance never moved forward. In a statement, a spokesperson told us they're working on it, but given the COVID-19 pandemic, other more pressing issues were pushed to the forefront. But the ordinance passed committee in July of 2019 and went through a public review in October. The pandemic didn't start until March of 2020, leaving people in PB wondering why nothing happened during all that time.
Why wasn't it brought to council before then? There was plenty of time to do that, and there's been plenty of time since then to do that. So why is that throwing things off?
Councilmember Campbell believes at this point nothing will happen until after the new mayor and council are elected and sworn in this coming December. So we reached out to both mayoral candidates for their thoughts on the street vending issue. Barbara Bree, who was on the committee that voted for the guidelines, says it's one of the first things she'll do if elected as early as January.
This is an issue that can be addressed. There is an ordinance, a draft ordinance that's been written. It may need some minor tweaks, but it's something that we can demonstrate to the community that we can actually move forward with something we promised that we would do.
Todd Gloria's campaign sent a statement saying the wild, wild west for sidewalk vending should not stand. Gloria says he'll review the current ordinance and launch a participatory planning process that will gather input from various stakeholders to assess what adjustments need to be made. Business owners like McDaniel say they're tired of the delays and want the city to level the playing field.
We're the ones that pay the taxes, and we're the ones that pay the employees and the insurance and the rent and support the economy. And yet you got people just come up and pull up a truck and jump out with a table and sell what they sell.
In Pacific Beach, Jared Ahrens, ABC 10 News.
Now, several cities in San Diego County, including Carlsbad and Vista, have already passed street vending regulations. We'll keep following this issue, let you know if the city council decides to approve the new rules.